I watched the live action Death Note movie.
Ooh. I haven't even watched that yet.
Don't don't watch it.
But I want to so bad because it is bad.
It is so bad.
Like is it so bad that you want to watch the anime again to like cleanse yourself of that?
The sad thing is, like, I watched it and I was like, wow, they went so far away from the source material. They went so far away from the anime. It is unrecognizable. And the fact that they kept some of the names is an insult and a bastardization to the manga, to the anime, to everything that happened before the movie.
That's crazy.
So to start, the movie takes place in America.
Okay.
So wrong right off the bat.
Yeah, wrong right off the bat, but could be interesting.
Light is played by Nat Wolff of the Naked Brothers Band.
Okay, that's wrong right off the second bad thing. He's white.
He's white. He's not Asian. His name is Light Turner, not Light Yagami. Light Turner.
Okay, that's 3 strikes.
Oh, it gets worse. Okay.
Wait a second. Are we doing another explain bad movie?
You know what? Yeah, Jeremy explains bad movie.
Okay.
Light is we've already established the first 3 bad things. Fourth thing, Misa is not Misa, it's Mia, and she's just a really shitty, cringy cheerleader.
Okay.
She's not famous. Also, Light is introduced into the story by selling his homework to kids.
Oh, is this to show how smart he is, I guess?
Yes, yes, to show how smart he is. So he's doing that. Then what else? I'm trying to remember. Okay. Light is the physical definition of a school shooter.
Okay, I think I've seen the picture of him. I think I've seen a picture of him, so yeah.
Okay,
that makes sense.
And his first speaking words, he goes up to a bully who's harassing Mia. Mia. And says he starts hitting him with the glasses push up to the face, like, well, actually, because the bully's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and Light's like, stop it, because if you beat my ass, you're an adult because you failed class. So if you beat me up, you'll be on a registry. And then the bully proceeds to kick the ever-living shit out of Light.
Oh man, that's really funny.
To which he wakes up in the principal's office, and the principal gives him detention for
getting beat up,
for forging people's homework and selling forged homework.
Oh, you know what? That makes more sense.
So Light's like, dude, you're literally ignoring the fact that I got beat up. And the principal's like, I didn't hear you got beat up. I heard you walked into a wall.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. This sounds like the worst version of the Joker.
So then Light goes on to say like, oh, this is injustice. And the principal's like, well, you get 2 weeks of detention. Go fuck yourself. So Light goes home. Light goes home to his dad, who is a cop, true to the anime, okay? But guess what? It's just Light and his dad. There is no mom, there is no sister. It's just Light and dad. And furthermore, mom is dead. Mom was killed by a mobster's kid.
What?
Yes. Mom was killed by a mobster's kid.
Okay.
And basically the dad's like, yo, stop fucking up in school. I heard you got detention. Like, the fuck, bro? And Light's like, I got beat up or whatever, and why won't you like find mom's killer and stop him?
It's a little harder than that, I would assume.
Yeah. So then like Light calls his dad like trash, and then his dad's like, fucking skill issue, go to your room. So then Light goes to school the next day, and he's just sitting outside. The death note drops. Oh, and Misa's there, and she's just kind of looking at him.
Does she have a death note?
No, she does not have a death note.
That's like a whole plot.
Yeah. So the death note drops out of the sky while Light is outside, and it starts to rain horrendously, and all the kids freak out about it. Then Light finds the death note, and he's in detention, and the teacher's like he's falling asleep in class. And the teacher's like, don't fall asleep, or else it'll be more detention. But I'm gonna go outside, so don't fall asleep while I go away. And then while he's sitting in detention alone, the whole classroom starts to fucking shake and tremble, and then the best part of the anime, or the best part of the movie, shows up. And
it wasn't Light getting his ass kicked?
No. Ryuk shows up. And then Light literally shits his fucking pants. He screams, he bangs on the door, he tries to hide under the teacher's desk.
What the fuck?
And then, you know, Ryuk, being a fucking god of death, is just like, hey bud, you wanna like chill out? And then Light's like, oh, I'm just having a bad dream. I'm just having a bad dream. That's all this is a bad dream. And so, yeah, Ryuk's like, yeah, you are in a dream, you know, where there's no consequences. So why don't you, like, and then Ryuk starts, like, explaining the Death Note to Light like he didn't already read it.
Okay. See, that's how you know it's a bad movie. You have two scenes explaining something. Explaining the same thing.
So Ryuk just basically tells him, like, hey, I have things that, you know, I have powers. I can do things that you want to do. And then Light looks outside and sees fucking what's his name, the bully who kicked his ass. And surprise, surprise, the bully is bullying. And Ryuk's like, yo, Write his name in the death note, bro. Write his name in the death note.
So we went from criminals to just a bully at school.
Well, to be fair, the bully is legitimately assaulting people. It's not just like slapping textbooks. Like, this man is physically assaulting and what would look like he was about to sexually assault a girl.
Yeah, see, but that was the first person he killed, was somebody who was like sexually assaulting a girl and assaulting them.
The second best part of the Death Note movie is the actual deaths.
Okay.
It's so Light decides to take Ryuk up on this whole it's a dream, and he writes the dude's name, and then he writes decapitation.
Okay.
And as he's writing decapitation, Ryuk's like, alright, watch this shit. And then basically the most Final Destination ass death happens ever. So like, these two people are walking on like on the same street but going in opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they're both carrying things. Hey.
Oh, I'm getting hit with this.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh no, I'm not.
So like, they spill some stuff, which like makes a guy on his bike like roll out of the way and into the street. And then as that guy rolls into the street, a truck, or no, a van with a ladder on it, basically stops, skids to a halt, and the ladder falls off of the van and decapitates the kid.
A ladder decapitates the kid?
Yeah, because like it's and it's not like a clean decapitation either. It's like half of the kid's head, and they show to their credit, they show the whole gore.
Okay, all right.
Oh hey, you're still alive. What's his name? Oh, so then Light's like, holy shit, fuck, killed him. So then he goes home and he basically like talks to his. So then he goes home and then he's like pondering the whole Death Note thing, and Ryuk's like, it works. It doesn't just work on people who you see. Like, it doesn't just work on people who you have to see. Like, as long as you can think of a name and the face, you can.
Oh, I just died. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. He only does it if he lands it. Basically, Light starts to read. So basically, Light is reading a news article about the mobster who like paid for his son to get out of like jail for killing his mom, and he writes the mobster's name.
Oh, I don't know why I keep doing this. Thank you. You're protecting me.
Then it forwards over to the mobster, and he's like eating, and then basically a waiter like bumps into him, and he falls like neck first on his knife.
Let's play.
Okay, wait. Did he just write his name in it?
Yeah. He didn't say dies by steak knife.
Okay, so you've already broken the lore.
Again, yes.
Again,
yes. Yeah. So then, literally 2 minutes after this guy dies, the dad gets a call that tells him, "Oh yeah, that guy died." So Light's dad knocks on the door, and he's like, "Hey, the guy died. Isn't that crazy?" And he's like, "Hey, Your mom always used to say,
Play.
karma's a bitch. And then just walk. And then Light's like, yeah, Dad, I love you. I'm sorry. And then he's like, yeah. And then walks out.
What?
So,
the fuck?
so then fast forward, Light's in school and he's reading the rules to the Death Note. And then fucking Mia.
Not Misa.
No, not Misa. Mia. Mia fucking pops up on Light and she's like, hey, did you hear the news? And then,
This is fucking wild. This is high level gameplay right here.
it really wasn't. It's just you can spam R1 even on yourself. So then Mia's like, hey, did you hear about the guy who knocked you the fuck out? And so Light's like, oh yeah, it's such a tragedy. And then she's like, just because someone dies doesn't mean it's sad. He was a bad person. It's okay to say fuck him. And so then Light's like, fuck him. So
Okay.
yeah, and then so
I just ran right into
Light-
that.
So then, Mia was like, "So what are you looking at?" So then Light's like, I can't show you." And then literally 2 seconds later, it's like, "Hey, do you want to see?"
Okay.
So then he takes her to the cafeteria, where he ate an apple. Anyway, so he's like, I've got a book that when I write people's names, they die. And so Mia's obviously skeptic about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are they about to test it on like some random innocent person?
no.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like, oh, and there's a god of death that there's a god of death that I talk to. And so Mia's like, yeah, okay. Oh, that's awkward. So he gives her, he lets her hold the Death Note, so that way she could see Ryuk. And he's like, okay, now turn around. And she turns around and she can't see Ryuk at all,
Okay.
even though she's holding the Death Note.
Interesting. Why is that a thing?
I don't know, because apparently only the owner of the Death Note can see Ryuk. Oh, good to know. I know how to get out of that now. I just have to wait until it lets me do that fucking Sonic Sway. Anyway, so she's like, yeah, you're fucking crazy. And then she's like reading all the rules to the Death Note, and she's like, yeah, this is just some like trash poetry. And then so he's like, no, I'm serious, watch. And then, so basically, he like turns on the news, and there's a dude like holding his family hostage.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Light fucking kills the dude with the Death Note, who's holding his family hostage in some like really creative way.
Take this, my new finishing move.
And Mia's like, oh my god! And then
I'm not done yet.
she's not afraid of him whatsoever.
Even though that he could like kill her at like any moment,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have a death note.
She does not have a Death Note. So then like they're hanging out, and they basically have this whole like we can change a moment, we can change the world moment.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
when she says we can change the world, Light's like little fucking boner gets so goddamn hard, and then they start killing people together. So then she's like, what do we go under? And he's like, oh, we'll go by the name Kita, because because Kita is Japanese, so they'll think I operate out of Japan, and they'll never know. And then he continues to kill people like all over the world, and then it's a montage of people dying and Light and Mia having sex.
Wow, that's a fucking crazy fucking scene to think about. But let me get this straight, right? So he's killing people not by heart attack, right? Just random people.
He's killing criminals with
like random criminals, but like every single one is like different.
Pretty much every single one is different.
So, but the whole point was that he kills them. Like, he just writes their name down and then they die of a heart attack. That way people know that he's doing it.
No, so the calling card now is that they write that Kita did this in blood.
Okay. This is dumb. That's incredibly stupid.
So basically it fast forwards in the anime kinda to where people are like worshiping Kita.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Light and his dad are basically having dinner together, and Light's dad's like, yeah, I'm on the Kita case. And Light's like, you think you're gonna find him? And he's like, I don't know, but you know, everybody in the department hates me for it.
For being on the case?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because it's such a big case or something?
Yeah, because it's Kita and all the cops love Kita.
Oh, okay. Oh, even the cops love him.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So then,
hey, we're all cops and we love a killer out in the open, just killing people, you know.
And so basically, he like the dad is on this job by himself, and then oh fuck me, it forwards to Japan, where L is, and guess what? Guess what?
What?
L is black. L's a little black autistic man.
What did the director mean by this?
So, Watari's still Watari. So then they're like, oh, let's get they
hold on. I can't get past the fact that L is black.
L is black and L has tattoos.
Why? That's like completely different from his character.
Right. So L and Watari get in contact with the dad, and they're like, yo, we wanna I can find Kita. I know who he is. Like, let's get this shit popping. So basically, they pull the whole like news stunt where they're like, oh, we're gonna get you. Like, if you're truly Kita, like, fucking kill me now, cause I'm gonna stop you, and you don't want people stopping you. And yeah,
oh, you gotta be smarter than that.
So they do that, and then fucking first it was like Light's dad who did it, and Mia's just straight up like, we gotta kill your fucking dad.
She's fucking insane. What?
Yeah, she's like, we gotta fucking kill that bitch right fucking now. So Light is like, no, we can't just kill my dad. He's a good guy. And she's like, he's forcing our fucking hand, bro. Kill him. Let me kill him. I'll kill him.
Very well then.
So Light's like, you're fucking dumb. Get the fuck out of my house, you dumb idiot.
No.
Basically, like, also L does the, oh, I'm L, like, fucking kill me then. So they deduced that, like, you know, they figured out some of the rules of Kita.
Okay. Like, which rules have they discovered exactly?
That, you know, he needs a name and a face.
How did they solve that?
Because basically,
Because like that was
Oh,
like
and
a
they
big
also-
like moment in the anime that L figures out that he actually needs a name and everything.
because L went out and said like, oh, like Kita, kill me because I'm coming for you, and you know Kita didn't kill him, even though.
Oh, okay.
But and then also, you know, they figured out that L doesn't like want to kill good guys because you know they didn't kill the dad.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Made sense. Made sense.
So, but basically, like, Light's like, yo, maybe we should stop killing people for a while, and Misa's like, nah, we need to keep fucking killing people.
Dude, why is she so fucking insane?
Yeah, she's an evil bitch. So, like, while they're taking the chill pill and they're deducing the whole, and people are like finding out more stuff about what's his name? The fucking Kita. You know, they're also being followed by, oh. That's kind of trash. Anyway.
I'm just boo now.
Oh, they find out that fucking the FBI agents are watching them. So, you know, Misa's like, yo, we gotta kill the FBI agents, and Light's like, they're literally the good guys.
You're right.
And basically, it gets like televised. All of the FBI agents fucking kill themselves.
What?
And yeah, and it wasn't Light's doing.
So it was Misa?
So Light's like fucking flipping out on Ryuk, and he's like, "Don't you fucking kill people without my permission!" And he's like, and then Ryuk's like, "Or what? Like, I'm a fucking god of death." And then
Oh, so it was Ryuk who did it?
and so Ryuk's like, bro, you can try to write my name in the death note if you want, but the most anybody's ever gotten is 2 letters.
2 letters? Oh, because he killed him beforehand, I guess?
Yeah. And like the whole time Ryuk's like, dude, if you don't like want the death note, just give it back to me and I'll find someone who's more interesting.
Yeah, because he's only there for the entertainment purposes.
Yeah. So
See the little fucking jig I did before that?
I do see that. Now I'm gonna die. This is really hard to do this while I'm talking.
I know, right?
Like Light and what's her name keep dating, and
Misa? He's still dating her?
yeah, they're still dating each other, and Light's like trying
Dude, Light is dumb in this movie.
yeah, Light's really fucking dumb. Elle's trying to like put the pieces together. Eventually, Light like finds out that Watari works for L. And basically he commands Watari to like give Light L's real name.
Okay.
And Watari's like, I don't know what it is. So so Light's like, go find it. And Watari's like, okay, I will do it, because he like commands him to by basically writing it in the death note.
Okay.
And
So you don't have to kill somebody in the Death Note in this movie.
No, you do. So basically, he writes in the Death Note, like, Watari will assist fucking Light Yagami
Oh.
until he dies.
What the fuck? That's so stupid.
Yeah, and so Watari goes missing,
Almost dead.
and L figures it out. L figures out that, like, Light's Kita. And he tries to, like, tell the dad, and the dad's like, no, there's no way that my baby boy is Kita.
Right.
L tells the dad whatever, but L also, like, approaches, like, Light and, like, gets in his face and takes his mask off in front of him, and he's like, I know, you're Kita. You're fucking Kita, and I'm gonna take you down. Why do you do it? How do you do it? Anyway, and this was before Watari goes missing, by the way. I went out of sequence.
Oh, okay.
And so Light's like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking about? And then
I'm not Kita.
This is in a public place. And then as he denies it, Light's basically like, yeah, fucking Kita, dude. What are you gonna do? So then, you know, like, fucking Watari's like gone, and then L freaks the fuck out because Watari's gone, and he's like, he always tells me where he's at or what he's gonna do if he's not with me. And so L, like, breaks into the not breaks into the house. L walks into Light's house while he's having dinner with his dad, and, like, it's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bro. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Light
and then,
does?
Like, no, L.
Oh, L does?
Yeah, and then fucking Light's dad, like, grabs L and slams him on the table. He's like, you're not gonna kill my son. And then also Mia is also in the house, and fucking L's like, I've got a fucking warrant. So then, like, he's like, everybody's fucking tear this place to the ground. But Mia's there, so Mia, like, grabs the Death Note and just walks out of the house.
Wait a second. So I have a question. This is gonna be out of sequence, but how does L find out that Light is Kira?
That's a good question. So,
That's a good question. Yeah. So, anyways,
so Light and Mia are going to homecoming together,
right?
And she gives him and so she's like, hey, here's a top hat, and Light's like freaking out. He's like, oh my god, the cops are gonna bust me. They're gonna fucking bust me. And she's like, calm the fuck down. And he's like, how are you trying to tell me to calm the fuck down? And then she's like, look in the hat, and then in the hat there's a post-it note that says, I have it. So he's like, cool, now we can dance.
Okay.
And also, you know, throughout this whole movie, they're doing, like, high school sequences where Light and Mia look like, basically, the clock's ticking, and Light's, like, trying to get Watari to give him the name, but Watari can't find it, and right as he finds it, he dies. So then, like,
he
Light's
just dies because of the Death Note.
So he goes and he goes back to Mia, who's dancing with a rando. And by the way, there's tails on Light again, so they're like watching Light, but they see Light with the fucking top hat, and then he just takes the top hat off and gives it to a guy and lets him dance with Mia, and the cops just completely lose Light. I don't, whatever. So Light goes back, and he pushes the dude off of Mia, and he's like, fucking Watari died. I don't have the name. I'm fucking freaking out, bro. And then Mia's like, good riddance. And then Light's like, what? And she's like, I took care of him. And then he's like, what? And then, boom, Mia reveals that A, she was the one who fucking chloroformed an FBI agent and made him reveal all the names because she ripped a page out of the Death Note when Light was like, I don't think we should be killing people right now. And so she made the FBI agent write all of the names in a loose page and then fucking kill themselves. And then she also wrote for Watari to die. Like,
what
quicker.
the hell?
And then she's like, and also, give me the Death Note. And then she's like, if you don't, you die. And she wrote his name on that page in the Death Note.
Light's name.
Light's name.
What the fuck?
And
Is
she's
this
like-
how Light dies?
It's over.
And she's like, you're a pussy. She's like, you're a pussy. You always make me do all the heavy lifting. I've always looked out for you. You want out? Bring me the Death Note. I'll burn the page with your name on it, and then we'll be good to go. And so,
Yeah, that I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
no, it is according to Ryuk. You burn one page, one fucking page. So, anyway, then Light goes to get the fucking book, but then Light's dad is like, yo,
Got to protect the peace.
I want L arrested. And L's like, L finally put like, and then L finally snaps because he finds out what that he died. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill Light. So then L steals a police car and chases after Light while the police are trying to grab Light to put him in protective custody and also watch out for L. And Light's trying to run to get the Death Note. And I'm walking back and forth while I'm telling you this. And
It's making Jeremy so mad to relive this fucking movie.
so Light fucking goes into the girl's locker and goes into Mia's locker and gets the Death Note. And this is where one of the worst parts of the movie happens. There's a fucking magnet in her locker that says normal people scare me.
Okay.
So
This is the most edgy 2000 shit I've ever heard.
and it came out in 2018. So then Light goes and he fucking books it to the computer room and he logs onto this website. I also skipped this part, but basically Mia set up this website where people would report bad people who got away with things for L
Okay.
to kill. And then Light, being somewhat reasonable, was like, we can't just kill people on this website because we don't know if they did the crime or not.
Okay.
And Mia
That's
is
pretty
upset
reasonable.
about that.
That's,
She's like, just fucking kill him, dude. He's a bitch.
that's fucking crazy.
So Light goes and he just starts writing a fuck ton of names while he's looking at this website. He's like, this guy, that guy, and this guy. And then he closes the book. And then
Look at me, dumbass.
he runs back to the dance floor and he looks at Mia and he's like, meet me at the Ferris wheel, and then runs because the cops are looking for him. So then he's running from the cops. L's fucking tracking him down somehow. L also has a gun. And then
Blood flows in your
L gets out of his vehicle to chase Light down on foot, and then begins a parkour sequence where Light and L are running through buildings and restaurants. And I'm not gonna lie, Light pulled some tricks that, honestly, he lost L. I don't know how L found him. I think L is psychic or something, because every time he did something and L went the wrong way, he still ended up right behind Light. So then he fucking pulls up on Light and he's like, fuck it, I'ma kill you, bitch. And then Light's like, don't kill me, I'll tell you how it works, how I do my magic. I got it in this book. Yeah, don't do it. and then a civilian comes out of one of the restaurants that they ran through, and L's like, stand back, this guy's Kira, he'll kill us both. And then the dude just beats the shit out of L.
I mean, he is crazy. He has a gun, right?
So he's like, Lord Kira, and then fucking Light runs off, right?
Okay.
So Light runs to the docks where the Ferris wheel is, and Mia's like, where's my book? And he's like, I'll tell you on the Ferris wheel, bitch, now get in. And then, I'm paraphrasing here. So he points the gun that he stole from L at the Ferris wheel operator, and he's like, bring me to the top and nobody gets on. And the guy's like, huh? And he's like, do what I just said. And then the guy just fucking presses a button and then runs away. And then halfway up, Light, sharpshooter through and through, because there's no way he hit this shot, but with one hand in a moving car while he's probably full of adrenaline and cortisol, fires one bullet and hits the junction box, jamming the Ferris wheel. Now, the other problem with this, outside of the fact that this man is Jonathan fucking Wick at peak, is that should have stopped the Ferris wheel halfway up. But no, somehow they end up at the top. So they're at the fucking top. And then Light's like, hey, listen, why don't we stop using the Death Note? We can just run away, never use this again, and just start a new life, you and I, right? The police are there. I don't understand how they're going to try this whole theory out, considering the police are blocking the one exit.
Right.
And so he's like, you don't need the Death Note, like it's just gonna fuck us over. And Mia's like, you're being a pussy, give me the Death Note. And now I'm not paraphrasing, because she did say that. And so Light's dad is down at the docks, and he's like, my son, and they're like, stop, dude, this is like a clear conflict of interest, like you need to stay back. and so Light's distracted by that, and Mia grabs the Death Note from Light, and Light's like, no, why would you do that? Why would you grab the Death Note? And then she's like, I mean, that's what we're here for. We
are so far off course of the canon right now that it is fucking insane to me, right?
So do you remember that question you asked me?
Which one?
The one that I didn't answer?
There was a couple of those.
Yeah, anyway, so
okay, fair.
So Light's like, hey, listen, if you really love me, I thought you loved me, like, don't use the Death Note. And she's like, I do love you. And then
pussy.
Right, pussy. And then Light's like, you shouldn't have done that then. And then she's like, you wrote my name in the Death Note. And he's like, yeah. And then Mia's like really fucking mad about that. Like really unreasonably mad.
She wrote his name in the Death Note.
That's what he said. She's like, you fucking wrote my name in the Death Note? What the fuck? And he's like, well, you wrote mine, so I figured it's fair game. And then Mia starts to wrestle with the whole idea that she's gonna die. But then the Ferris wheel starts to do a fall. It starts to do a break.
Okay.
Because, Death Note.
Right.
And they're slowly, breaking the fucking Ferris wheel. And they're hanging out of the cart. And then, Mia falls. And as she falls, she's holding the page with Light's name in the death note, and she lets go of it.
It's gonna fall in fire.
So she falls, smacks right down on the dock, fucking dunzo, dead, not alive anymore. Light flies out of the fucking Ferris wheel into the water, and the death note follows him. And guess where the fucking paper ends up?
In fire.
In a trash can fire. So
it just happens to fall exactly where a trash can fire was happening.
Exactly. So then L is like in trouble with the government because, you know, he wasted money and he falsely accused Light because people kept dying after Light, you know, was in a coma. Light's in a coma, by the way.
Okay.
And they're like, you're not arrested, but like, get the fuck out of Seattle, bro. If I see you in Seattle again, you're fucking done. And so then L goes, and he's like he sits on his private jet before they take off, and he thinks back to what Light told him. And what Light told him was, it's in my calculus book. So L realized he never took calculus, and he broke into their house, and he looked for that calculus book. and so,
is it actually a calculus book?
It is actually a calculus book. That is a real thing. The only thing made up in that sentence was that L did not take calculus.
He did take calculus.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
So
What the fuck dude, I gotta watch this movie.
So Light's in a coma, and then this old guy who fished the death note out of the water places it on Light's chest, and then Light wakes up from the coma, and then he puts the death note behind his pillow.
Oh, so
And
he
then-
just still has the death note.
So then Light's dad comes into the hospital room, and out of fucking thin air, he's like, "You really did it, huh? You were Kita the whole time." And so he's like, "How'd you do it, son? How'd you do it?" And so then Light breaks down how when Mia told him to go get the fucking book, Light went and he looked at the names on the list, and he saw that one of the guys was an EMT who molested people. So he wrote that the EMT, well, first of all, he wrote Mia, right? He wrote Mia in the death note, and he said, Mia will die if she takes the death note from her boyfriend at the top of a Ferris wheel, and she will fall, Mia and her boyfriend will fall off of the Ferris wheel, and she will hit the dock, and as she's falling, she will let go of the death note page with her boyfriend's name, and it will ultimately end up in fire. And Mia's boyfriend and then
What?
and I'm not paraphrasing this, and then Mia's boyfriend will fall into the water safely, where he will be resuscitated by the sex offender who's an EMT. And
Okay.
as they're in the back of the ambulance, the guy will put Mia's boyfriend into a medically induced coma for 2 days, and then he will kill himself. And then he found another guy who was a postage man who molested. So then he finds another dude's name who's a postman who molested kids. So the postman was the old guy who found the death note. He's like, he will find the death note and bring it to Mia's boyfriend in the hospital, and after that, he'll die. And then he did. But also, he had the guy write a bunch of names, so it looked like, people died from Kita while Light was in a coma. And then L starts tweaking the fuck out because he finds the loose page of the death note. And L, legit starts screaming and throwing the most autistic fit ever. And then he, grabs a pen and he gets ready to write Light's name. And then he looks to the camera, and then it pans back to Light in the hospital bed. And that's the movie.
Oh, wait. Okay, so 1, L doesn't die.
L does not die.
2, I thought the loose page of the notebook fell into the fire.
There was another loose page.
Dog, that movie sounds terrible. I'm gonna watch it. What the? I don't even know what to say. It sounds so bad.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
So what made you want to watch this movie?
Laura and I were on Netflix, and we were gonna watch the trailer, and then it just played the movie, and we were like, oh, you know what? Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it's already on. Might as well.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah, that was Death Note, dude. Ryuk was cool.
That's the only thing that's cool about that movie.
That and the knockoff deaths that they get straight out of fucking Final Destination.
It sounds like it was directed by the Final Destination guy.
It might be, I don't fucking know. But yeah, Death Note sucks, Light sucks, Misa sucks.
Everybody
L
sucks.
Yeah, dude, and I'm not one to play the whole, why is the character not the race that he's supposed to be, but why is L black? And why does L have tattoos?
Why is nobody Japanese in this movie?
Why is the only character who's Japanese the one that dies in the way that's not like the fucking show at all?
Fuck, dude. Man, I gotta watch this fucking movie. I got to.
You don't. And reliving.
We gotta
Death
get this
Note
fucking
traumatizing.
game on PC, bro.
What fucking game?
Sparking Zero. Someone made Yajirobe Muscle Man.
Alright. I wasn't gonna okay that, but that's pretty fucking great.